Okay, so we're going to do your first guitar solo. So don't worry, just try to relax and enjoy it. And I'm going to walk you through every step anyway. So in the last couple of videos, we've been setting up something called a 3 chord trick. So I'll just go back over that, and then I'll do it step by step. And it won't take very long. Hopefully, I'll get this done within 5 minutes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 3 chord trick a little bit, and you can do the guitar solo over the top. So we did G, which is 3rd fret, and we've got the hang of D, and we've got the hang of C. If you're not too sure about what I'm doing, go back to those videos and go through those techniques again, look at the notes that we've got. So what I want to teach you now is basically the root notes for those chords. So if I play G, the reason that we play it from the 3rd string, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3rd from the bottom, is because that 3rd string is a G. So any chord, when you play the full chord, you play it from the 6th string, you actually put the finger there, which makes a G on the E string, if you like. So, not that it matters to you, but if the chord has not got the root in the bottom, it's called an inversion. It's not the standard way of playing it. Sometimes it's used as a musical technique. But what we call when you listen to a song, the reason it sounds like it's following a tune with the chords is because you've got a bass player and a guitarist using the root note to play around or as basis for what they're playing. If it didn't use a root note, the music would sound a little bit strange. It wouldn't sound wrong, but it sounds unusual when it's used as a technique. So the root notes for the chords are G, D, and C, or G, C, and D, depending on what order you want to play them. I'm playing them G, D, C because that's a common way that they're played in popular music. So the root note of G is on the 6th string, which is the bottom string, which is at the highest point. On the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, that's G. And you can hear that, you can hear its relationship with that chord. The root note for D is either the open 4th string, which is where you play the chord from, or the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on the 5th string. So if your guitar's in tune, which you should have checked before you start playing, then that's where it is. Now, C, obviously this is D, so where's C going to be? Well, if I go 1 down from D, it might be there. No, because it doesn't sound right with the chord. So it's actually on the 5th string on the 3rd fret. This fret is what we call an accidental. This is C sharp or D flat, which are the same note. So that's D. That's C, sorry. So see if you can get those notes sounding nice. So I'm using, now, generally, 1 finger per fret. We're using from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. So I can just use my 1st finger and my 3rd finger like this. And you can just try and get that, you can just practice that on its own if you like. So that's the root, that's the 3 root notes of these chords. And later, if you want to practice those over the chords, then that's cool as well. What I'm going to do now is add a couple of notes to that, and what we've got is a pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale. The 5-note scale was developed in many different cultures. Predominantly, in the orient, so you get that kind of oriental sound. It was also made. It was also developed. It's very similar to the blues scale, which was developed entirely aurally. Which obviously all music originally was by ear, but this is a very recent aural development, like 19th century kind of development. So it's the you get that kind of, you can, if you play it in a different way, you can get that sort of bluesy feel. And that's just using the same notes. There's one note that they add called the blue note, but it's the same sound, and that was come across very organically, very naturally. So those notes are, we're going to just play one position of the pentatonic scale. So we're going to start at G, because we're playing in G, and we've got notes on up above. We've got notes on scales and things like that, and on free chord tricks, and on chords, and on keys and things like that. But don't worry too much about that. We're just going to start on the 3rd fret on the 6th string, on the bottom string, which was the G that we already discussed. We're going to jump to this is a difficult jump, difficult stretch, but this is really good practice. We're going to use our little finger, and we're going to jump 1, 2, 3, from the 3rd to the 6th fret. And if you need to move your hand, that's okay, but don't use the 3rd finger, use the little finger. Then we're going to jump up to the 3rd fret on the next string down, or up if you like. So the third fret on the 5th string, which is the C. Then up to the D, which is the 5th fret. Then we're going to go up a string again, which is down in height. So we're going to do the 3rd fret on the 4th string. And then this last note is the G again. So this is the 5th fret on the 4th string. So we have 3, 6, move strings, 3, 5, move strings, 3, 5. And then you can come down. 5, 3, move down, 5, 3, move down, 6, 3. And that's it. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is just provide the chords. The chords. And all I want you to do is play that scale up and down over the top of it. And if you want to, you don't have to start fast, start really slow. And if you want to, start changing directions, hear what notes, listen for yourself and hear what notes sound good and don't sound good. And over a few days you'll speed up. Don't get frustrated, don't get impatient, just go at your own pace. 5 minutes a day is better than an hour in one day over 1 week. So just do 5 to 20 minutes, especially if you're starting out, until your fingers get tired. Rest, practice again if you want to, and then go back. This is actually an excellent warm-up to practice your chords and things like that.